Turned up enough. Okay. So going over the matrix, I'm gonna do a decoding of the fourth matrix, which kind of brings it all back into play. Um, like I saw a lot of people that and a few of the teachers, they didn't really want to do it because they didn't think it was nothing there. And past the second one, there was really nothing. But this one is, first off, this is the twin flame story, the Matrix. That's what this is. This is the twin flame story. If you haven't seen it's kind of hard to watch because I'm trying to watch it as much as it's really kind of hard for me to watch. And when I started trying to do this video, everything started to mess up and go haywire now that I'm trying to do this. All of the pictures I took are completely blacked out. I can't see the images, so I guess I'm gonna just have to do it and break it up piece by piece. But okay, so first, this is the twin flame story, and I'm looking away because I got my laptop here. I'm kind of rewinding the movie so I can go through it and pause it at certain places. So like I said, this is the twin flame story. If you actually go back and look at the interview that Keanu Reeves and the lady that played Trinity did, I forgot her name. They actually got caught up kind of in the twin flame energy. You could see it just based on the interview, how they were with each other. They both kind of felt some kind of way. If you watch that interview on why they did it, and you will start to see what I'm talking about, and why I'm saying this is the twin flame story. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff to unpack. So in the beginning, they're going over the Trinity story again. And by the way, Neo was not the one. He wasn't the one. He was never the one. Neo was the catalyst to spur the one into creation. That's why later on in the movie you get where Smith says, well, you could have been anyone, while me, I've always been anyone or everyone, something like that, he said. But yeah, Neo was never the one. Trinity was the one. Because if you go back to the beginning, in the first Matrix, the first thing Morpheus said about the one, he said the one could reform and reshape the Matrix any way they saw fit. And Neo could never do that. At the end of the movie, you'll see Trinity's able to do that. She can reshape the Matrix however she sees fit. Now, I don't know if it originally started out where Trinity was the one or not, but when Trinity, they said she would fall in love with the one. And when Trinity chose herself over her family, or what she thought was her family, in the end, that means she was falling in love with herself, because she chose herself over all of the other things that she thought. And that's when she awakened and started to become the one. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. At the beginning of this, they're running a motor. And what they're trying to do is stimulate a creation or stimulate a spur again, or an ebb, which would be Neo, he would be working as, he would represent the masculine energy. So he represents the ebb. And they're running this motor because these things tend to happen in modal, by definition, is a group of small sequences where whatever result you got or whatever event happened, it would be most likely to happen again in a small modal that you're running. And the guy in the movie says, is this some sort of sequencer evolving a program to do what? They're trying to evolve a program to become Neo, or the One, which is Trinity. But in order to do that, in order to create a flow, which would be Trinity as the master builder, you need an ebb, which would be Neo as the masculine, to burst and create the energy for the flow. Also in the movie, you see where Neo, the only power in the beginning he could create was the big flash. That's reminiscence of the first burst of energy of the ebb giving way to the flow. Okay, he always did the burst of energy, which would be akin to the Big Bang or whatever, or the first vibration, and then came the flow. They putting it together pretty plainly for you if you watch it. So Neo is representing the Father, the flow. Trinity is representing the flow, because he came back to spur her back into being the One. He came back with the burst of energy to wake up Trinity into being the One. And in this, after she ends up finding, they showed the black guy as Morpheus and Smith. He's a version of Morpheus and Smith combined. So he is Lucifer, the light bearer, and Set. He's taking on two different roles. He's taking on Set, and he's taking on the role of Lucifer. Set is the one that he spurred everything into fruition. That was what Set did. Set killed Osiris. Therefore, he spurred the creation of Horus, or the Heru, and which ultimately would end up destroying him more. And then Osiris eventually came back and took over the throne. So he's playing a dual role. And Lucifer was the snake in the garden that spurred Eve to bite the apple, which eventually spurred them to have to come out of the garden and into life, where they were just in the garden. It just was. There was no movement. There was no growth. It was just stagnant. It was just perfection, and they were just living in perfection. And it just was. It was not moving. It was not vibrating higher and higher or faster. It was just staying the same. So this lady Bugs also, she represents the white bunny from the first one, where of course it told Neo follow the white rabbit. That's pretty plain. It's also a reference to Bugs Bunny for some reason. Let me see. So Smith followed her. When he was following her down he chased her. They ended up in Neo's room, where he started talking to her. And this part, there's really a lot to go through. So when he says we're all trapped in these strange repeating loops, What he's talking about is the veil, or the veil of Isis, or the flower of life, or this program, the Matrix. This is what he's talking about. He said we're all trapped in these strange repeating loops. And so one way to see this, the flower of life, how you can actually see it, is if you wake up in the middle of the night, between after you've been asleep for at least a few hours, you wake up, you go in the bathroom. Some people say between 3 and 5 in the morning. It's fine. Yeah, that'll work. In the middle of the night, go in the bathroom. It's the only light in the house. Make sure you stay in darkness till you get to the bathroom. Turn the bathroom light on. And this is how I first saw it. Close your eyes. Point your head towards the bathroom light. Now, some of you won't see it initially, but if you keep doing it and keep studying, eventually you'll see it. What you'll see is the flower of life. You'll see these circles going around. You'll see the flower of life. When you close your eyes, look up at the light, you'll see it. It'll be just like kind of static. It may be kind of staticky at first, like the old TV screens when TV used to go off, the static. It may look like kind of that at first, but if you keep looking at it, you'll see the flower of life. It'll be right there. You'll be woke. You're in the bathroom. Now, I never can get it to stay for but a few seconds after I do that. So you have to do it real quick, because me personally, I can't get it to stay but for a few seconds. After I open my eyes like once or twice, then it kind of dissipates. I can't see it anymore. So that's how you can see the flower of life. Like I said, go in the bathroom, 3 in the morning, after you just woke up. Don't do nothing else. Go straight to the bathroom. Just woke up. Cut the light on. Close your eyes. Look towards the light with your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. And look towards your third eye. You'll be able to see the flower of life. That's the repeating loops that he's talking about. So that's also, you could say, the veil of Isis. The veil over the veil that's pulled between this reality and the next. So I want to keep going with this. This is going to be a lot of parts, because there's a lot to break down here and a lot to go through. And my equipment is already not acting correctly, not acting right. So that's what I wanted to give you on this one, being the first one. Like I said, Trinity is the one. Neo, he was never the one. He's always said, no, he wasn't the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. He's just the catalyst, or he's the ebb. Trinity is the flow, which is the master builder, the mother, like I said in my earlier first videos. She is the master builder. They both need each other. That's why this is a twin flame story. They are one. He was the initial burst of light, or burst of energy, that was needed for Trinity to create the flow, which in this case, that was needed for Trinity to come online and recreate the Matrix, to start to recreate the Matrix. So they're one. That's why Neo said, no, I'm not the one. And he's always said that. Even the lady in the first one, the Oracle, she even told him he was not the one. But she told Trinity that she never told Trinity that she was not the one. She told Trinity that you will fall in love with the one. But at the time, Trinity didn't understand what she meant. Trinity fell in love with herself at the end, when she chose herself over all that she thought was right. When she chose her own happiness over her family, what she thought was real and all of that. And it turned out that none of that was never real. They weren't real. They was just agents or shadows sent to excuse me, sent to stop her. I'm gonna try to get out the rest of these. Any comments, questions, put them below, or just feel free to email me. And this will be part 1. And like I said, for this one, I'm just beginning. We'll go into everything else later on. Thank you.